Hi everyone, welcome to this week's angel reading. I'm Rachel Scoltock, and just like every Monday, here I am with some angel cards ready for you to give you the messages for the week ahead. So how are you feeling? Have you checked in with yourself today? Have you checked in with your spirit? Have you called in your angels and thanked them for being with you? It's always a good way to start the week and start every single day. And really connecting in with your soul and your spirit makes for a more fulfilling day. It helps your day to go more smoothly. It helps you to be connected in rather than feeling unconsciously driven by trapped emotions or self-sabotaging fears or, that kind of murky, unknown sort of crappy feeling you sometimes have. You don't know what it is, but you're just not feeling great. That's all the energy that needs to be shifted. It's like dark energy that needs to come up to the light and just dissolve, go away, release. And until you do that work, until you become conscious of what your unconscious patterns are, you're always going to be somewhat, to different degrees, driven by them. And so when you have a challenge in your life, you have some kind of problem come up, or you're just feeling not great, and it might be from a bad nightmare, or it might be because of how someone spoke to you. Something has triggered you because that's the universe, the divine spirit, bringing something to your attention for you to shift. And sometimes it turns up as a pain in the body, a headache, a backache, not feeling great, feeling super tired all the time. Other times it might be an actual emotional challenge, or somebody in your life is triggering you. But it's always an opportunity for you to go within and to connect to your angels and divine spirit and say, show me, what is it that I most need to do? What is it my body most needs right now? What is it I most need to see and clear so that I can be free, so that I can feel clear about my purpose and my path, so that I can transform this murky energy into something that is light and bright and will add to my life. So that's the work that we do with the angels. That's how the angels work with us. And they are the greatest transformers of lower energy that are available to all of us. Everyone, it doesn't matter whether you believe in them or not, whether you are spiritual or religious, or it doesn't matter where you come from. Everybody's got angels because they're not a religious figure. They have been, obviously, they're spiritual, so religions have had angelic experiences to write about and speak about, but they're for everybody. You don't have to deserve them. You just have them. They just arrive anyway, whether you've asked for them or not. So the more you invoke them, the more you ask for their help, the more that you get into conscious contact with them, the greater the force of their help can be, because you're actually making room in your heart, you're making room in your life for these amazing, brilliant healers and guides who will take your life and show you the path forward. So given all of that, I'm getting loads of questions lately from people about abundance. So I'm using some abundance cards. I'm also using some archangel cards as well. So we'll see what the angels have to say before for the week ahead. But first, I want to call on the angels to ask for their help. So Archangel Michael, I ask for your presence. Please create a space of protection for this video for all who are watching it, either whether they're watching it on the right day or whether they're watching it at any other time. We declare this a protected space by Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael, please work through me and with me and through everybody, and enable us to see what the blocks are. Help me to give the messages in a clear, meaningful way that is accurate for whomever chooses to take this advice. I also ask that you give us individual protection throughout our days. And if you want Archangel Michael's protection, you can just say, yes, Archangel Michael, I want you with me. Thank you for being with me right now. And that will be done. And I call on the prosperity angels, the abundance angels, the angels that help us to find material and spiritual abundance in our lives. I ask for your guidance for everybody concerned, and I ask that the highest beings of all only come forward for this reading. Thank you and amen. Okay, so I'm going to pull you a couple of cards and ask the angels what it is that you most need to know this week. And you'll find, you know, people often say to me that the messages that come for them seem like I'm speaking directly to you. And that's because the angels are manipulating the energy. They have brought you in a good way, in a positive way. If you're sitting watching this video, then that is part of your guidance. And the words, the pictures, the images, what you hear will be specifically for you. I love how my music has just changed. I put some spiritual music on earlier and now it's just randomly changed over to a love song. Isn't that interesting? I'll listen into the words. Okay, all right, 2 cards here. All right, beautiful cards here from the abundance angels. So the first card is dreams of abundance. And it shows this beautiful angelic goddess just sleeping, resting. And there's other angels coming in, pouring abundance onto her. And everything around her is dreamlike and it's like being in the spirit world. And the message is that as you sleep, God and your angels and your higher self are working together. So know that your higher self, your spirit, your soul, is on the same channel as God and your angels. So that's all the highest guidance of all works. It's your connection. It's how you work with the angels. Make sure that you record any special dreams that you have, dreams that you remember in a journal, and know that this is the way that the angels are speaking with you at the moment. Now, it's funny because the angel spoke to me earlier this morning about dreams and nightmares and how dreams and nightmares can have a really specific effect on people and affect their day. And so this guidance isn't just about money and ideas to help you prosper in your life. This is about the dreams that you're having at the moment. So the energy shifts have been quite intense at this time. And those shifts create changes inside of us and inside our consciousness. We have to be very careful of what we're thinking about, especially in the hours before we go to bed. The movies we watch, the TV we watch, the things we're choosing to ingest is going to have an effect on our consciousness. And if something manifests in a dream, that means that you have gotten onto that frequency level. So it's just like if you watch a horror film before you go to bed and then you have a horrible dream, all that means is that you have vibrated emotionally, mentally at the level that that movie that you watched was on. It's triggered something inside of you that maybe needs to be healed or to come up, or it's just simply that you've sort of vacuumed that energy in and it's become your vibration for a while you're asleep. So sometimes our dreams come to show us something that's in our unconscious that's driving us. So it's good to have a look at our dreams and go, okay, what went on in that dream and how can I now change something in my waking life in order to make a shift in my vibration? So maybe, you know, if you're being chased in your dreams all the time, what's that representing for you? What is it that's happening in your day life that you're feeling like you're being chased or hunted, or you're always in a race, or you're always trying to catch up with time? You know, if that's a recurring pattern in your thinking, in the way that you are in the world, then you need to change that because it's creating a lot of stress and fear for you. So there's lots that can come out of our dreams, but what the angels want you to know is that a dream is a manifestation. So it's something that you've thought about has become a reality, so much so that it's become conscious for you. It hasn't become a reality in your physical life. You're not being chased, you know, by a giant monkey or anything in your physical life, but it's happened in your mental life, which is one of the steps of manifesting. So you want to make sure that you're conditioning your mind so that what you're manifesting in here is what you actually eventually want to appear in the external in one shape or form. Because if it happens to us in here, it is like a real experience, isn't it? It's what we're actually experiencing. Our senses are reacting to that. Now the next card, the next card is ask for your needs to be met. So we're talking, yes, about prosperity here. That card is about the present situation. It's saying how your dreams are having an influence on you, how the angels can come to you and work with you through your dreams and what you think about and what you do before you go to sleep is a massive effect on what you're manifesting. So if you think about what is it that you want to manifest at the moment, what is it that you're hoping for, what is it that you really want and need? One of the first steps that you have to take is to ask for your needs to be met. You know, how can people know what you want if you don't ask? How can the angels and God know what you want if you don't ask? And asking is a way of giving permission to Spirit and the angels. And sometimes we do a lot of asking in our heads, but we don't actually allow it to come out of our mouth. And that's another level of manifesting, is speaking. What you speak, you know, you're using your breath, you're using your unique vibration that comes from your own throat. You might have a voice that sounds like a family member, but it's still uniquely yours. So your voice patterns, the way you speak, the tone of your voice, the frequency is specific for you, because that's how God and the angels hear you. So you have to use your voice. Angels, please help me to manifest more prosperity in my life. Help me to do it in a way that serves me as well as serves others. Help me to do it in integrity. I'm really longing to find my life purpose. Whatever it is, say it and put emotion into it, because those are the vibrations that reach out into the universe. And God and our angels can hear those vibrations because they're specific to you, like a snowflake has a specific pattern. So you have to remember as well about the free will choice, and that the angels respect your free will choice. And so if you are sort of battling on and going, well, you know, I just want to do all this by myself, thanks angels, then they can't step in and help you really. They'll do their best, but they can't really intervene until you ask. You also have to really separate from how your dream is going to come true. The angels are telling me that lots of people don't say what they want because they kind of go into a mental gymnastics of going, okay, I want this. And then their mind, their negative mind, or their past experiences, or some unconscious belief, self-sabotage, comes in and says, well, you know, that's going to be impossible. That'll never happen to you. You're not good enough for that yet, or you're not ready. You know, you're not ready is a key line of the ego, the lower self. You're not ready, because you're never ready in the ego's perspective. So you know that that's not God and the angels speaking to you when you go, I'm not ready for this. You are ready. You're here and now is when you are alive and kicking. And so now is when it has to happen. So you have to detach from how is it going to happen, and all of those negative beliefs that say that's impossible, it's too hard, it's going to be too much work, you're not ready, you're not old enough, you're not young enough, you're not slim enough, you're not whatever. And let all of that go and jump in. The people that we admire most in the world, if you think about the people that you admire most in the world, are the people that are doing. They're walking their walk, their talk, they're living their dreams. They're standing up for what they believe in. And they, if you interviewed all those people, I would bet everything that they never felt ready. Because you have to start somewhere, right? So let go of how and ask for your needs to be met. So this is a direct message from the angels saying, ask us, we can help you. And the outcome card is savings. Now, I love this card. I love this card. If you just look at the picture, look at the little darling angel, little gorgeous angel, and there's a light shining on from behind her. And you know what comes out of that for me is trust. Now, this is the outcome card. So not only will you find yourself picking, see how she's picking the flowers, she's picking the fruits of her labor, the things that she's asked for have come to her, and they have come to her through the grace of God, the light that is shining on her. She's not doing it alone, even though she's the only figure in the card. This is all about grace. It's about recognizing that what you want will come to you. It may come to you in a natural, easy, simple way, so much so that you'll go, oh my goodness, I can't believe, you know, it's happened so easily. It's also about knowing that you deserve to have a cushion of abundance around you. You know, it's very, very stressful. The angels know it's very, very stressful to live hand to mouth. And they also know it's very, very stressful to live every waking moment worrying about money and finances and trying to work on creating more money. So you have to recognize the balance in your life of getting rest, because that's, you know, when you're manifesting or you're working or you're trying to create abundance, that's your financial creation time. So you're creating abundance, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through the job that you do, whether it's through making phone calls, whatever it is. And then you have to rest. And the rest is when God and the angels get to work. That's when they start to do their magic. And that's when the energy that you've been putting out there through your imagination, through your dreams, through your prayers, through your thoughts, through your blessing of other people, through love and prayers that you put out, that's when that God and the angels can come in and start to do the work. So everything that you put out comes back to you. The final card is breathe. This is Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of healing. And he's saying long, deep breaths to release old patterns. And old patterns get stuck here, right? They get stuck in and around the heart and the throat chakra. Remember what we said earlier about your voice. This area is, if you find it hard to take a long, deep breath in, that means that you've got a lot of tension. You've got a lot of old patterns. You've got guilt, anxiety. You've got past struggles. It's all tight, and it makes everything tight around the upper part of your body. So taking long, deep breaths, especially through your nose, filling your lungs and exhaling completely, that releases that tension, that old energy. And if you do that consciously with the angels, asking them to clear you of self-sabotage, guilt, anything that's stopping you from transforming and being able to be a strong light that is attracting abundance to you. So many people want to attract abundance, but they're not in their strength. And that comes from the work of working with the angels, clearing the lower energies from you, clearing those old toxic patterns so that you can be present and really be a receptacle for the abundance of the universe. So that's the reading for the week ahead. I absolutely love this reading this week. It's all about your abundance, all about releasing. And if you're ready to do some serious releasing, ready to do some serious transformation, and you really want to connect in with what the angels have to say for you, what your guidance is, what it is that you need to clear out of the way, then I can help you. So I do readings, which are not just an ordinary fortune telling kind of reading at all. This is about me channeling the angels' messages directly for you, given the situation, the circumstances that you're in right now. They'll give you insight. They'll tell you what's behind what's going on and how to clear it. And they'll give you your steps and your guidance. So it's a holistic approach to a reading, as whereas I'm reading your energy, I'm talking to the angels and giving you their messages. And they can be, a single reading can be transformative. I just heard from somebody today who had a reading last week who said that they found emotional freedom from what the angels said to them. So it's really powerful. Or you can have Skype sessions with me or phone sessions where we really get in and we work through, we create a map of healing for you, and we work step by step in doing the healing and clearing so that your energy is nice and bright and clear. And then we take you forward into your vision, what it is that the angels, the divine plan, and how you can manifest that. So if you'd like to get in touch, just send me a quick email or messenger me, and we can talk about that. Angel blessings. Have a great week.